It's so disappointing. You know what I do when I'm sitting in a darkened room waiting for a show to start? I pray. I say, good Lord in heaven, please let it be a good show. And don't let it be too long. 2 hours is fine. 3 hours is too much. Also, please keep the actors out of the audience. I didn't pay good money to have the fourth wall come crashing around my ears. I'm here to be entertained. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Amen. There was a time where people sat in darkened theaters and wondered, what have George and Ira Gershwin got for us tonight? Or can Cole Porter pull it off this time? Now it's, please, Elton John, must we continue the charade? There was a time when people sat in darkened theaters and waited to be transported to a new world. They thought and anticipated. When are they going to bring up the lights? My, how times have changed. Hello, how are we today?
Good.
Feeling rather blue myself. You know, a little anxious for no particular reason, a little sad I should be feeling anxious at this age, a little self-conscious, leading to non-specific sadness. A state I like to call blue. And when I'm feeling blue, I like to listen to my music. So I was going to listen to Meredith Wilson's The Music Man. I had a craving for a young Ronnie Howard. But instead, I found something else, a favorite of mine. What else? But Gable and Stein's To Drowsy Chaperone. Remember? Lyrics by Julie Gable, music by Sidney Stein. It's a 2-record set with the original recording remastered from 1928. It has the original cast, including Beatrice Stockwell. And keep in mind, this was 15 years before she became Dame Beatrice Stockwell. Let me read to you what it says on the back. It says, mix-ups, mayhem, and a gay wedding. Of course, gay wedding means something completely different now, but back then it just meant fun. That's just what this musical is. Fun. Would you indulge me? Would you let me play it for you? I was hoping you'd say yes. Ah, I love that static. It's like a time machine. Now, imagine if you will. It's November 1928. You're going to the Morosco Theater in New York. It's cold. Remember when it used to be cold in November? It isn't anymore. November's a new August. It's global warming. We're all doomed. Anyway, there's a gray sleet falling from the sky, but you don't care because you're going to see a Broadway show. Listen. Isn't this wonderful? It helps if you close your eyes. Overtures. Overtures are out of style now. I love overtures. They're the musical's way of welcoming you to the show. Hello, welcome. The meal will be served shortly. In the meantime, have an appetizer. And that's exactly what an overture is. It's a musical appetizer. foo-foo platter of tunes, if you will. What's that? Something different? Dance music. Kind of rocking. Maybe involving pirates? Don't worry, there are no pirates in this show. happening? What is happening?
And tricks, the aviatrix, clean up the sky. A circle through the streets in my modern apparatus. I'm tricks, the aviatrix. I've got a flight. I'll see you when they tie the knot. A wedding, a wedding, a wedding,
All the wedding guests had arrived. We have a bride getting up the stage for the deputy bridegroom, a hairy producer, junior gangsters posing as pastry chefs, a freaky boy, a Latin Lothario, and an aviatrix, going out on the west. And of course, my favorite character, Drowsy Chaperone. What more could you need for an evening's entertainment? Wasn't that wonderful? And we will ding along. I don't even know what that means. All right, I'll lead you through this record as best I can. So, we begin with a welcoming speech from a love-struck crew.
Now, first of all, I'd just like to thank you all for coming. Who would have thought, I must be some lucky fellow. Who would have thought that me, Robert Martin, would be marrying a glamorous showgirl, and that a glamorous showgirl would give up a successful career for me, Robert Martin.
Oh.
Now, if it weren't for Prohibition, I'd say let's raise a glass
Here, here.
to Miss Janet Van de Graaff, the most beautiful girl in the world.
Absolutely not.
Excuse me?
The groom mustn't see his bride on the day of the wedding. It's bad luck.
I hope you heard that, because that's the plot. Basically, hold on for the ride. Breakfast will be served in the Arabian.
Safe we're all going to be drinking, isn't it?
I don't understand the question.
Listen, you keep Robert away from Janet. You're the chaperone and it's her only job.
Aye, aye, mon capitaine.
Oh, Robert, who's my little monkey?
I am my little monkey. So, the bride and groom are whisked away, and we turn our featuring the producer.
Mr. Thompson.
Getting married and leaving show business.
Mr. Thompson.
Doesn't she know I got obligations?
Mr. Thompson, I could be a lead lady. You said it yourself, and your sister in the chorus.
Kitty, for the last time, you ain't got what it takes.
But I've been taking lessons. Singing, acting, ballet.
Ballet?
Yeah, and I'm pretty good too. Just last week I auditioned for Swanee Lake.
A little annotation. Kitty and Dudley were a couple in real life. Jack and Sadie Adler. This is a familiar comic construct. An incredibly stupid woman and her long-suffering companion. Which she ends up doing something quite clever in the end, which makes everyone wonder if it's all just knack. The irony here is that Sadie was actually quite stupid. Jack had to explain all the jokes to her, apparently. Either way, she had a great career on the stage. Theater was the only place where stupid people could earn a decent living. This was before television, of course.
Kitty, I don't have any time for this.
Tea for Mr. Felty?
Not now.
Perhaps a nice profiterole?
Boys, I'm not hungry.
And perhaps we could give you something else to chew on.
Yeah, something that ain't food.
What?
Your confusion is to be expected. Although we stand here before you in the guise of innocent pastry chefs, we are also,
And primarily,
employees of a certain individual,
A certain individual.
a certain individual
who just so happens to be the largest single investor in Felzig's Follies. He has sent us here
as pastry chefs.
to express his concern about Miss Van de Graaff's impending nuptials.
Specifically,
That if she gets married and leaves the show, then there ain't no show.
Say, don't I know you?
no, you don't.
You ever spent any time in Toledo?
Have you ever spent any time in a coma?
No, but I have a cousin in Seattle.
Kitty, boys, you tell your boss's wedding's never going to happen. You have my word.
Oh, we'll take your word all right.
But to go back on that word would be a recipe for disaster. Now, we hope we have made ourselves perfectly clear.
One can only hope.
You just gotta be kidding me.
A trifle much?
Don't start with me.
All right, drop the pastry chef routine.
Alas, we ganache.
We're on the land.
We have the entree macaroon.
The gangsters were played by interchangeable vaudeville duo Peter and John Todd. They were named Abram and Mendel Moslowskowitz, but were renamed at Ellis Island by a sarcastic immigration official. They're a classic example of a typical Broadway gangsters, full of wordplay and stylized movement, which isn't very intimidating, of course, unless you find gangsters intimidating, or, dancers. Which I do, but for reasons that are not appropriate for the situation.
We'll leave the matter in your hands, Mr. Feldzig. In the meantime, feel free to browse the dessert carousel.
Try the Toledo surprise.
It's to die for.
Holy cats, Mr. Feltzig, the gangsters.
I know, very perceptive. Now go powder your face. I've got to stop this wedding, but how? Oh, Lord in heaven, how?
I always thought this moment was a little overplayed. So, with the plot well on its way, let's go to the groom's room.
Hey there, good looking. Show me those pearly whites.
The groom was played by Percy Hyman. He was better known as the Albright toothpaste man. His dashing smile adorned every tube. Albright was especially popular in the 1920s because it contained cocaine. I'm being serious. If you looked at the label, it was the fifth ingredient down, right after sugar. Anyway, he eventually became a huge matinee idol.
Now, don't you worry. It's perfectly normal for a groom to be nervous on his wedding day. It is? Of course!
I love Percy Hyman. There are people who say he's a terrible actor, but to those people, I say, shut up!
Hey there, Mr. Mirror Man. Shaking and a-quaking. Trembling like them fraidy cats do. Something big be bothering you. Cold feet, brother, you've got cold feet. You can make them cold feet hot with a little rhythm. Young feet, old feet, can be uncontrolled feet. Rhythm make them cold feet trot down the aisle. Frosty arches, they can learn to swing. Icy Jones can shine. Wedding marches playing like a swing. Make frigid souls come alive and take that dive. Cold feet, small feet, turn them into bold feet. Rhythm make them cold feet.
Why don't you just swim back into your muddle, you backstabbing worm? Now I have to book a new minister. I got the whole weight of this wedding on my shoulders.
George, it's not to me that you got cold feet.
What do I got?
Cold feet.
What do I want?
Cold feet.
What do I do? Scold feet.
No! You make the cold feet hot.
of him as panting and sweating after a long dance routine. He's still alive, you know. I saw on the news that they just celebrated his 100th birthday. When they reeled him out, he had this look on his face that God saves for the very, very, very old. A look on your face that says, who are you? Where am I? Why is this sky on fire? You know what I mean, right?
All right, that's enough of that dancing around like a fool.
I'm sorry, it's my wedding day, and I'm just trying to get out some jitters.
Well, you could have broken an ankle. Hold on. Here, why don't you go out for a skate? That's what I do when I want to blow off some steam.
Oh, George, what would I do without you?
Oh wait, no. You can't go out looking like that. What if Janet sees you? Here, put on this blindfold.
Oh, George, you think of everything.
Just looking out for you, my boy. Wedding bells will
Just ignore it. It does that sometimes. It rings. Just ignore it. What do you want? Pardon me, my answering machine isn't working right now. Hello, you have reached my answering machine. Leave a short message after the tone, and I'll call you back at my convenience. That's it. The scene is ruined. It's like a cell phone going off in a theater. Hello? What are you doing? Oh, I'm at the theater. What are you doing? Oh, I couldn't get out tonight, so I thought I'd ruin the moment by proxy. Anyway, let's just go back to 1928. There were no cell phones in 1928, but they still probably had something for the ruining of moments. Bugles or something. The scene shifts and we find the fabulous Janet Vandergraaf entertaining questions from reporters lounging by the pool.
Miss Vandergraaf, is it true you're giving up a successful career to marry a man you hardly know?
It is. Robert and I met on the Lido deck of the Ile de France. He amused me with stories of his father's oil interest. We spooned briefly, and then he proposed.
So you won't be returning to the stage ever?
I shan't.
Shan't?
I shan't.
Can we quote you on that?
Yes, of course. One more question. Yes.
Why in the world would anyone put olives in a Gibson?
I got a question. How can you give up the footlights knowing very well you got grease paint in your veins?
Victor, please.
Oh, Janet, I'm begging you. Dump the mug, stay with the follies, I'll give you anything you want. Oh, fine, I'll put your name above mine in the marquee.
Victor, if you think this is about vanity, you couldn't be more wrong. I don't want to show off no more. I don't want to sing tunes no more. I don't want to ride moons no more. Hey, baby, I don't wanna wear fruit no more. I don't wanna show off. Not me. Page 3. Oh, gee, I don't wanna show off. I don't wanna show off. Not me. I don't wanna show off. Please, no more attention. I counted to 10. When I'm through, I do. You'll never see this. You'll never see this. Never see this. Never see that. Never see these again. I don't wanna change keys no more. I don't wanna strip tease no more. I don't wanna say cheese no more. I don't care if you stop. I don't wanna be cheered no more, praised no more, grabbed no more, touched no more, loved no more. I don't wanna show off. I don't wanna show off. I don't wanna show off. I don't wanna show
I missed something. Elzig, it appears painfully obvious that Miss Vandegraff has no desire to continue a life on the stage.
Can't you see it's killing her soul?
Don't worry, boys. This isn't over yet.
Yeah, I'm surprised she didn't sing an encore.
I'd like to encore, please.
also the Oops Girl. Remember? Don't you people read? She was a girl who was billed as her sexual energy was so great that she made men have accidents all around her, like spill their drinks or crash their cars. And all she'd say is, oops. Well, I'm not doing it any justice, but the crowd ate it up. They even made a movie series about it. Oops, Oops Girl Come Home, Oops Girl at Sea, which won an Oscar for special effects.
Okay, begging groveling didn't work. On to plan B, and for that, I need an accomplice. Someone gullible with loose morals. I need what do you call him? A European. La 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 la!
In walks Adolfo. Adolfo is played by former Silent Bill's film star and world-class alcoholic Roman Martelli. He's the one who later drank himself to death in a chateau in Nice. It was 5 days before they found the body, and by then it had been partially consumed by his poodles. Well, he was just partially consumed.
Excuse me, I don't believe you've met.
I am Adolfo.
You are Adolfo.
Yes, I am Adolfo.
Not the Adolfo.
Yes, I am Adolfo.
Funny, you don't look like a scoundrel.
Yes, I... What?
Why, I just overheard the groom saying Adolfo was a scoundrel. I just heard him say that.
Adolfo, a scoundrel!
It was those very words.
Adolfo is a scoundrel?
It's like I'm hearing it again.
Oh, he's saying this to the peoples, to the beautiful ladies. Why, I must.
You must take matters into your own hands.
Yes, I must take this room into my hands and kill him.
Yes, no, don't kill him. Just hurt enough so he can't get married.
Ah, yes. Wait.
What?
What kind of man is this groom? Is he a big man? A burly fellow?
Well, he's big on the outside.
Ah, no. Adolfo not fight big man. Adolfo fight small, easy man, that he can pump far away. Adolfo not fight big man.
So you're a lover, not a fighter.
Yes, Adolfo is a lover of beautiful ladies.
Well, you know what they say. The best way to get revenge on a man is through his...
Door.
No, the best way to get back at a man is through his...
Window.
No, revenge back at a man through his...
Well, there's no other ways. I'm not Santa Claus coming down chimney.
Through his woman.
Through his woman.
Yes, Adolfo, you must seduce his woman.
His woman.
His bride.
Yes. Wait. What kind of woman is this bride?
She's the cat's pajamas.
Cat's pajamas?
She's a looker, an attractive woman.
Ah, show me to this cat in pajamas. Adolfo will make a purr.
Stop it.
Like a cat in pajamas.
Roman Martelli showing the scenery. You certainly couldn't get away with a performance like that nowadays, could you? But sure, contemporary audiences are too sophisticated for broad stereotypes. So we banished them to Disney. We gotta let the children sort it out.
Yes, madam?
Oh, there you are. Underling, I just got back from a meeting with the pastry chefs, and they've been kind enough to provide the liquor for the party. But remember, Underling, we have to be discreet!
Yes, madam.
There's prohibition after all.
I'm aware of that, madam.
Oh, we'll have to use code words. For example, if someone says that they want a glass of ice water, it really means that they want a glass of vodka. I've got that.
Yes, madam.
Be sure. Maybe you should write it
I
down.
understand, madam. A glass of ice water is a glass of vodka.
What's a glass of ice water?
Vodka.
Ice water?
A glass of ice water.
Yes, what kind of ice water are you going, Jeff?
Would that I were.
You can see where this is going, right? It's really just a series of spit takes.
Demonstrate what for you, poop!
You know, some parts of the Drowsy Chaperone are rather modernized. A lesbian actress as an aviatrix, for example.
Excellent, and a glass of ice water, please.
A glass of ice water, madam?
Yes, ice water.
Your ice water, madam?
Thank you.
Yes, some parts were quite modern. But others were stale in 1928. I'm just going to skip ahead.
Where are you going?
To find myself some lime juice, madam.
Lime juice, for heaven's sake, why?
So I can wring my eyebrows out and make a gimlet.
Now, you're probably asking yourself, what was that scene doing in this show? The answer is quite simple. They needed time to set up for the next scene. It's mechanics. My point is, as in a musical, the plot only exists to create the more larger production lines.
Oh, in just a few hours, I am going to be Mrs. Robert Martin. Oh, my head is spinning.
Yes, my dear, life is a mad whirlwind.
This scene is quite interesting. It's the only time in the entire show where Jane Roberts and Beatrice Stockwell were on the stage alone together. Jane Roberts was an emerging star, and Beatrice Stockwell was already quite embellished.
Oh, I'm so full of apprehension, but I suppose that's normal given the circumstances. Have you ever been married, Chaperone?
Oh dear, no. I drink for pleasure, not out of necessity.
Your ice water, madam. I'm afraid we're fresh out of ours.
Have you ever been married, Evelyn?
Heavens no, madam. I prefer to be paid for my efforts if I'm going to serve a woman.
You too. Really, I know it sounds crazy to be giving up a successful career to marry a man I hardly know, but oh, when I look into his eyes, his big monkey eyes, oh, gee, I feel all woozy. And that's love, isn't it?
Not necessarily. The wooziness can be caused by any number of things. I mean, I'm woozy right now. I'm certainly not in love.
Now, Beatrice Stockwell was famous for her rousing anthems. She entertained and inspired troops in every major war, up to and including the Falklands War. which, of course, she was in her 80s by then, so her anthems didn't so much entertain as they did stupefy. But still, she demanded a rousing anthem for every show she was ever in. You just couldn't say no to her. That's star power, isn't it?
Really, you couldn't be the least bit helpful. Couldn't you at least try to allay my fears with a few choice words of inspiration?
Inspiration? Really, dear, that's not my forte.
Yes, but if you...
As we stumble, as we stumble along on life's funny journey, as we stumble along into the blue, we look here and we look there, seeking answers anywhere, never sure of where to turn or what to do. Still we bumble our way through life's crazy labyrinth, barely knowing left from right, nor right from wrong. And the best that we can do is hope a bird will sing his song as we stumble along.
That was really nice, but really, I was hoping more for some words, like sympathy or something.
Let me explain. It's a dismal little world in which we live. It can bore you until you've nothing left to give. 7 overrated wonders, 7 underwhelming seas, 6 excruciating continents, Antarctica. Oh, please.
Antarctica, oh please!
You mustn't let it lick you. This planet, oh so bland. Keep your eyeball on the highball in your hand. As we stumble along, cross life's crowded dance floors, as we push and we shove, we live and we learn, and when we finally leave the bar, and we see that morning star, we pull our bootstraps up and homeward turn. Then we stumble away through dawn's blinding sunbeams, barely knowing right from right, nor left from wrong. But as long as we can hear that little bluebird, there'll be a song as we stumble, as we stumble, tumble. As we stumble along.
know if Robert is the one for me.
Why don't you ask him? Why don't you say, Roger, do you love me?
So it's Robert, and I'm not allowed to see him. Actually, it's your job to keep me away from him.
So you're right. And I take that responsibility very, very seriously. However, just this moment, I'm feeling terribly, terribly drowsy. And I'm afraid I'll have to lie down. Now, whatever you do not go wandering through the garden to seek your fiancé, to ask him the question upon which your future happiness depends. Don't do it. Don't go. Don't go to the garden. Don't you make that.
Oh! Thank you, Chaperone. I just have to know if he loves me.
Such a skinny fool. I envy her. Oh, when will love come crashing through my door?
La la la!
Insulto Adolfo, he's come to seduce the bride.
Adolfo.
Try not to think of the pools during this part.
I'm Adolfo, and you are bride.
No, I am not.
What? This is bridal suite, and you are only one here. Therefore, you must be bride.
Interesting argument. However, I'm afraid you are a moron.
Perhaps you could take a message for me. Dear Mrs. Janet Van de Graaff, I must kiss you and transport you to a place of ecstasy forever. Saint King of Romance.
Found me out. I'm the bride.
So you are a bride.
Apparently, yes, a doll face.
No, not a doll face, a Adolfo. I'm sure that you have heard the name of Adolfo, a latest man who wins a claim on Adolfo. Well, lovely miss, I am the same Adolfo. I introduce myself, I am Adolfo.
Nice to meet you. Shall we?
Not so fast, so just in case you didn't hear Adolfo, I'll try to make it very clear, Adolfo. The lovely ladies always cheer Adolfo, and I repeat myself, I am Adolfo. I can sing it high, Adolfo. I can sing it low, Adolfo. I can sing it very fast, I can sing it very slowly. I would do it now, but it would take hours. Now let us see if you can remember my name.
We'll give it a shot. Adolfo.
And how shall you refer to me?
Adolfo.
And who is it I always hear?
Adolfo.
Now sing it proudly.
You are Adolfo.
Now let me spell it out for you. For all you lovely ladies who didn't hear for some reason, because maybe you are hard of hearing or something. It goes.
use your secret fantasy to be swept away by a Latin lover. I mean a real Latin lover, not a fool. But that's what musicals are all about. Romantic fantasy, spontaneous tangoing, suddenly finding yourself in a very romantic setting.
Look out!
Ooh. I'm sorry. It's my wedding day, so I have to wear a blindfold.
A blindfold?
I'm sorry, who am I speaking to?
It's me, Mimi from France.
This scene could not be any more ridiculous.
So, I hear you are marrying Jeanne Van der Graaf, no?
Oui.
I hear she is very beautiful.
Oui.
And glamorous.
Oui, oui.
And is it true that she has an exceptionally broad range and excels in both comedic and dramatic roles?
I'm sorry, I'm having trouble placing your accent. What part of France are you from?
The middle, where they make the toast. So, you were telling me about your, how do you say in English, fiancé?
That's right.
So, tell me, when did you know she was the only one for you?
That's a funny story, actually. We were standing on the Lido deck of the Ile-de-France.
And then what happened?
I was amusing her with stories of my father's oil interests.
And then what happened?
And then I looked in her big, glamorous eyes, and I felt all woozy.
And then you fell. And then you fell.
That's right. Right on my keister. And I said, well, I guess I haven't developed my sea legs yet.
But we haven't left the dock.
That's what she said.
And then what happened?
And then I knew it must be love.
And then you said?
And then I said, there was a time I could stop on a dime. Forbearance was one of my talents. But since you've been around, I can't hold my ground. I'm consistently losing my balance. I've been waiting to happen. I'm a mishap about to ensue. I'm the joy and the stare, the three-legged chair, the hand that's been caught by a shoe. When my two love-struck arms started flapping, there was nothing my ankles could do. I'm an accident waiting to happen. So how may I happen to you?
And then what happened?
And then she joined in.
When men sang sweet and they fall at my feet, my heart couldn't beat any faster. But when you lose control, it touches my soul. So I'm bracing myself for disaster. You're an accident waiting to happen, a catastrophe destined to be.
I'm the rags in the cellar.
A broken umbrella, a branch hanging loose from a tree. I can see myself jumping and clapping for a man who lives dangerously. You're an accident waiting to happen, so hurry and happen to me. And then what happened?
And then we kissed.
You're an accident waiting to happen. So hurry and happen to me. You kiss
Will it all work out in the end? Of course it will. It's a musical. It's not real. It's a lot better than what happens in the real world. You can just whine about things.
Mr. Felsen.
Where's that philandering foreigner?
Mr. Felsen.
How long can it take to seduce one bride?
Mr. Felsen, you don't need Janet no more.
Kitty, not now.
I've been working on the new mind reading act. Presented Kitty the Incomprehensible. Now think of something.
Oh, I'm thinking of something, all right.
Get some milk and a loaf of fried bread. And don't forget to shave your legs.
You're reading your own mind, you idiot.
No wonder it was so easy.
Mr. Feldzig, it would seem that the wedding is proceeding according to schedule. Now it is time that you received your just desserts. What do you say, partner? Should we whip up something special for Mr. Feldzig?
Yeah, how about a Toledo surprise?
An inspired choice.
A Toledo surprise. I never heard of that.
No, you haven't. Those people who have heard of it are generally never heard from again.
We'll share the recipe with you.
First, you chop the nuts.
Then you pound the dough.
And then you bake it up nice and slow. And then you got your Toledo surprise.
Could you run that by me again?
It's a very simple recipe, Mr. Felsen.
First, you chop the nuts.
Then you pound the dough.
And then you bake it up nice and slow. And then you got your Toledo surprise.
Hold it. What style? What grace? What rhythm? Open your fists. Now shake them. Now run that recipe by me one more time.
Chop the nuts, pound the dough, bake it up nice and slow. And you got a Toledo surprise. Pick the peach, peel the skin, mush it up, throw it in. That's the taste of Toledo surprise. First you beat it up, then you sweet it up, then you heat it up. If it tries to rise, don't let it. It's a snap. Try it, folks. Whip your whites, split your yolks, then you got Toledo surprise.
You boys are naturals.
Honest?
Keep it up. I'll go work on the contract.
Huzzah!
A 5, 6, 7, 8.
We need to come into the show and
Down in the bar. This new attitude is for you, Kitty. These boys are your best
Wait. Aldalfo, he make an announcement. Wedding is off.
What, for the love of God, why?
Aldalfo has kissed the bride.
That is not the bride, you idiot. That is the chaperone.
What?
So the wedding is on.
The wedding is off!
What?
Robert kissed a strange French girl. Her name is Mimi. She is very beautiful.
I couldn't help it. She was just like you, only French.
Mother of pearl.
I'm Gilbert!
Yes, madam.
What is all this commotion about?
The wedding, madam.
Oh, is there going to be a wedding?
Not anymore. What a wonderful, wonderful tragedy. Clear the floor, boys. I'll show you how it's done. First you beat it up, then you beat it up, then you beat it up. If it tries to rise, don't let it.
And that's that. It's time for intermission. Or at least it would be if we were at the Morosco Theater watching the Drowsy Chaperone, which, of course, we are not. I hate intermission. It takes you from another world of music and singing and dancing and yanks you into reality full of crinkling candy wrappers and murmurs of a lack of a women's restroom. It's cruel. Oh, what's this? It's a power bar. I have a little bit of a blood sugar issue. I have to eat small meals throughout the day or else, oh, you wouldn't like the other meat. You know, at the end of the day of my wedding, it wasn't until 4 in the afternoon. I bet you didn't know I was married. That's why you shouldn't go around making assumptions about people. I'm a very spontaneous person. I gotta pee. I'll be right back and be so quick.